Good evening, everyone. So, dear friends, we have taken the target that for few days we will keep on discussing the different types of viral infections happening on the lungs as per the need of time. Virus entering in the body and creating different symptoms. Sometimes it is creating only chill. Sometimes it is creating the heat. Sometimes this virus creating lots of heaviness in the body. Every time creating the different symptoms in the human body. So it also depends on our constitution. Like someone is tobacco eater, someone who is eating the tobacco and the eating the food very fast, always eating hurry and curry and worry, finishing the food within 2 to 5 minutes. So they are already having stomach heat and virus infection create the heat symptoms in the body. So vein virus, today is Thursday, I think. Yeah. Vein virus attacking it is crossing the different defense layer, but our body always follow the same rule. Our body is following the same rule. What types of rule our body is following? So number one, the rule number one, if the person is feeling chill, coldness, slight fever, remember, I am telling you slight fever, very little fever, not high. And common cold. So all the symptoms of the cold, other than this, maybe sneezing, that is also the sign of cold, and does not like cold. There will be pain. In the occipital region, occipital head, there may be pain and stiffness. In the upper back or neck, there may be lots of itching and this sound coming from the throat. So itching in the throat and kapha in the throat. So when we do like this, it means we have to be alert. Little cold has attacked or wind cold has attacked. There may be running nose. So what to do? We already have discussed. Number one, start sweating. So for starting the sweating, Li4, Lu7, sedation. They will open the pores and cold attack will go away. Second, expel the wind from whole body. So for that, urinary bladder 12 and urinary bladder 13, either you can do cupping or you can do blood cupping. So take out few drops of blood, or you can do moxa here. Ultimately, our target to expel the wind out. Third, from the head region, expel the wind from head. So for that, governing vessel 16 is really very wonderful point for expelling the wind out. Gallbladder 20 is excellent point for expelling the wind out. And governing vessel 23 is really very wonderful. Look at this image of the head region. This is the hairline. And this is the nose. So this is the front part and this is the back part. So from the hairline, if we go one chun back, one chun, posterior or back, from hairline, from anterior hairline. So this is the location of DU 23 or governing vessel 23. So from this anterior hairline, if I go one chun back, that is the location of governing vessel 23. The governing vessel 23 is very wonderful point. If there is any problem in the nose, like running nose, like itching nose, polyp of the nose, in the scalp acupuncture, this is the location of nasal part. So let's see here. Look at this image. So here we are having hairline. So this is the anterior hairline. From this, if we go one chun back in the midline, that is the location of governing vessel 23. As per the scalp acupuncture, we are having the imagination of head region here. So we are having two eyes, we are having nose, and also we are having mouth here. In the scalp acupuncture, then we are also having neck, we are also having arms, we are also having trunk. So right now my focus is governing vessel 23. The governing vessel 23 is the point. It is very excellent point for nose, running nose, axial bend and from the nose. So whether we want to stimulate in the original position or we can stimulate in the sujok. You can take the ginger juice and put few drops of ginger juice at the location of governing vessel 23. It is a very good point for running nose. Even you can needle this point or you can do the acupressure here. That is your choice. So this is a very excellent point for running nose. So in our protocol, we have included these points. So governing vessel 23. The governing vessel 23 is here. So in this way, the first target, sweating, so Li4, Lu7. Second target, bint, so urinary bladder 12 and urinary bladder 13. Third target, bint from head. So governing vessel, gallbladder 20, governing vessel 16, governing vessel 23. So we have removed the bint cold. Now for the chest cavity, for the lungs, we can take one very good point, CV17. We will sedate all the points. This is a very good protocol if someone is suffering with these all symptoms which we discuss, like cold, common cold, running nose, and all. Now, suppose someone is having these all symptoms and lots of running nose with lots of running nose. So Li4, Lu7, urinary bladder 12, 13, governing vessel 16, 23, and gallbladder 20. These are our common points. With that, if someone is suffering with a running nose, we can take the local point of the nose, that is large intestine 20. The large intestine 20 is available on the both side of nostrils. We can see the location here. This is the last point of large intestine meridian. We can see in this image. On the both corner of nose, this is the location, this is the pit, both side of the nose. If we go both side of the nose, we can feel the pit. That pit is large intestine 20. If you go and go in the deeper discussion of the large intestine 20, the large intestine 20 is very much useful for two conditions. Number one, it is very good point for gas, acidity, indigestion, abdominal pain, gastric problems. Because we already know large intestine is connected with our colon, with our digestion. So this point is very much connected with the gastric problem. So we can praise this point if we are feeling distension in our abdomen. The second characteristic of this point, that this point is antihistaminic. Antihistaminic. The meaning of antihistaminic: if we are having lots of allergy, if we are having lots of running nose, sneezing, these all things happening because of the histamine secretion in our blood. So with the help of Li20, we can balance the level of histamine. So this is also called antihistaminic point. Histamine will be more, then we will feel more allergic actions. So we can balance the histamine by large intestine 20 point. So we can add this point. If someone is having the problem in the nose, so when someone is suffering with lots of running nose, with these points, you add Li20 and tell the patients, keep on pressing fingertips, keep on pressing fingertips, do the massage on the fingertips, doing the massage in the fingertips, because fingertips in the reflexology, fingertips are the point of nose, point of sinuses. So all the fingertips are the point of sinus. Few days back, one lady came to my clinic. She told me that she read in some book that the fingertips are good for sinus. So these fingertips are good for sinus. So these all are sinus points. She read in some book that fingertips are very good for sinus. Then she keep on pressing, and she got very good results. Then she inspired with the results of acupressure. Then she came for the treatment of infertility by acupuncture. And luckily, after many years, she got a very beautiful baby girl after the acupuncture treatment. So the sinus points are the very good points. The fingertip point are the very good point, and they are very much useful for the sinus. So we keep on pressing. Just do the acupressure with the help of finger, just with the help of any acupressure probe or with any equipment. Even we can remove the refill of the pain, and we can keep on pressing with the help of pain. So never forget, if someone is having feverish condition, then add the governing vessel 14 sedation. So our protocol will be Li4, Lu7, urinary bladder 12, 13, gallbladder 20, governing vessel 23, 16, and governing vessel 14. That is point for fever. Even you can add Li20 as per need. So in this way, yesterday, one patient just started the running nose. It was the starting on yesterday. Feeling of cold and little running nose. I use only these points because I started very initially. So she felt very good. Now today she is okay. If we apply this protocol after a few days, then this infection will go in the deeper level. Then we have to put lots of effort. Now, in all the protocol, you always free feel to do cupping on the urinary bladder 12 and urinary bladder 13 area. Always free feel. Even you can do the dry cupping. Even dry cupping is also enough. The urinary bladder 12 and 13 is really very wonderful area, which is helping to remove all types of wind attack. So we can see it is very easy to locate. This is the ending of neck. So this neck is ending here, and this is the thoracic vertebrae. 1.5 to lateral from the thoracic vertebra. This is the bladder meridian or urinary bladder meridian. So we can see the location of bladder 12 and 13. So we can put bigger cup. Whether they are covering bladder 11, 12, 13, 14, little more point, not a problem. So put the cup, let it be there for a few minutes, remove, then put it again. So in this way you can do it. Fire cupping is also good if you know. But if you don't know, then do the simple cupping, or you can do the moxa as well. But moxa cannot be done if someone is suffering with a fever condition. So in this way, this is the protocol. Always free feel. If you want to put lung 9, you can always add it. Why? Reason. Because when COVID virus is attacking on the human body, slowly it is entering in the lungs. Then it is entering in the blood vessels. It is doing the blockage inside the blood vessels. So the COVID-19 virus doing the blockage inside the blood vessels. So these are the blood vessels. And slowly it is making the clog, doing the blockage inside blood vessels. So we can always add lung 9 because lung 9 is the influential point of blood vessels. It is taking care of our blood vessels. So in the future, if COVID virus having intention to create blockage, so we are breaking the intention right now. We are making stronger the ball of the blood vessels. So virus cannot create any blockages inside. So lung 9 is not only good for blood vessels, it is good for blood vessels, but lung 9 is also good for lungs because lung 9 is the ion source point. Lung 9 is the ion source point of the lung. The ion source point are the point who are always helping our own channel. So in this way, we can also add the lung 9 all the time. So if we want to add all the point together, not a problem. So we can make the very little bigger protocol, lung 7 Li4, urinary bladder 12, 13, gallbladder 20, governing vessel 23, 16. These are the main points. As per need, we can add Li20. As per need, we can add governing vessel 14. As per need, or we can add lung 9. So these are the points can be added. Now, so in this way, we can make the different types of protocol. Suppose, so there may be many possibilities. So accordingly, we can choose some points and we can remove some points. Now, if this virus is attacking on the second defense system, If this virus is attacking on the second level, that is Yang or large intestine and stomach, which is the source of very high energy in our all defense channels, like first level of the defense system, second level of the defense system, third level of the defense system. The most stronger defense system is the second one. So when this virus attacking on the second defense system, lots of heat is created in the body. When lots of heat created in the body, heat means itis. So lots of itis or inflammation happened in the body. So what is the meaning of itis here? What is the meaning of heat here? So now you will see sinusitis, you will see pharyngitis, you will see laryngitis, you will see itis. Even sore throat, always having heat inside. So these all conditions are wind heat condition. So wind means virus, heat means they are creating the itis. And we know the meaning of sinusitis is running nose. The meaning of pharyngitis, we are having red pharynx. If you see the throat, it will be absolutely red. In this condition, person is suffering with a fever, loss of thirst, heat in the body, and dark urine and lesser urine because of heat. So these all conditions are creating, all conditions are happening. In this condition, so this is the second condition. In this condition also, if the kapha is coming, kapha, if the flame is coming, if the kapha is coming, if kapha having white color, or if kapha having yellow color, so kapha or sputum, if sputum is white in color, it's so cold condition. But if sputum become yellow color, it's so heat condition. So in this condition, because the person having lots of heat, so he will be having lots of headache. And I told itis, sinusitis, pharyngitis, laryngitis, even tonsillitis. We have seen in the childhood, many of us were suffering with the tonsillitis very frequently. So the tonsillitis is very common cause. In this condition, we already discussed. What should be our protocol? Remove the heat, remove the wind, or instead of remove, I should add expel. Expel is the good word. Expel the heat, expel the wind. So how can we expel the heat? We already discussed the Li4 and Li11 is very good point. Sedation. Expel the wind, urinary bladder 12, 13, governing vessel 16, 23, and gallbladder 20, sedation. For the fever, you can add governing vessel 14. Governing vessel 14 sedation is the wonderful point for fever. And for the throat infection, always careful for throat infection. We already discussed LU10. LU10 also can be added, LU10 and LU11. So the LU10 and LU11 both can be added if you want to work for throat infection. In this way, here the additional point are the point of throat mainly. And the additional point are Li11. because Li11 is a very good point for removing the heat from the system. So these are the points. Even we can add little more point. We know when we see the lung area, the lung area is supplied by stomach channel. We can see here the right and left lung having the supply of the stomach. So if we cool down the stomach, it will also cool down the lung, and it will also cool down the attack of wind heat. So we can also take the points, the water point of stomach. The water point of stomach is stomach 44. Stomach 44. So in this condition, we can take water point of stomach. That is stomach 44. And we can also take the triple warmer 5. The triple warmer 5 is the point who is working in this whole area for throat and for chest. So now, if we want to treat the tonsillitis, our protocol will remain same. If we want to treat the throat infection, pharyngitis, sore throat, laryngitis, sinusitis, running nose, and blocked nose, and inflammation in the sinus, our protocol will be Li4, Li11, gallbladder 20, governing vessel 16, 23, governing vessel 14 for the fever, Lu11 for the throat, and triple bourbon 5 can be added all the time here. So for the lung 10 and lung 11 for throat, governing vessel 14 for the fever, triple bourbon 5 for throat and chest, sedate all the point. So this will be the excellent protocol. Either person is suffering with a fever, with a body pain, and with the inflammation. And we can also take the point stomach 44. So this is the protocol. We can also add or delete 1 or 2 points. Maybe we can take Lu11, Lu10 only 1 point out of 2 points. Sometimes we can take stomach 44 and we can also sometimes maybe we are not taking it. It also depends on our choice. But if we take all the points, they are going to work definitely. So this is the protocol in this condition. Now, stomach 44. The oxygen level is going down. Why oxygen level is going down? Because the alveoli in the lung are damaging. The air sac of the lung are damaging. So with the help of this protocol, we can improve the oxygen level. 1 minute. Okay, so look at this video, yesterday video. You're asking for the oxygen level, so I'm sharing you. 1 minute. So this is the, I have inserted the needle, but even you can put the needle or you can put the magnets. So this is the urinary bladder 12. When we do vigorously, then this is the sedation technique. Then after I am going quickly, then after inserting the urinary bladder 12 and 13, now I am coming to the gallbladder 20, expelling the bind. So this is the gallbladder 20, expelling the bind from the head. Gallbladder 20 other side, expelling the bind from the head. Now, okay, before that I want to show you one thing. Before that, look at this. Before that, I want to show the oxygen level. 1 minute. 1 minute. Oxygen level of the patient. Okay. Before starting the treatment, we have taken the oxygen level. So this is the before starting the treatment. Okay, now after starting the treatment, whatever point I am showing you, the same point. On whatever point I am discussing with you, the same point. Okay, 1 minute. Going little quickly, then you can see this is the governing vessel 20. Sorry, in the front side, governing vessel 23. This is the 23. Now see the oxygen level. See the oxygen level 92 after completing. It's still like this is in the hand. I have not added any point. Now I am still points are left. So Li4, Lu7, Lu7, Lu7. Then there's the triple bomb of 5, CV17. Done. So we have not added anything else for the oxygen level. Oxygen level improving automatically. Have you seen this? Just what we added, same point. Because since the 3-4 days I am telling you the same point, same point, same point. Urinary bladder 12, urinary bladder 13, gallbladder 20, governing vessel 16, governing vessel 23, and Li4, Lu7. Same point I have done. I have not done and triple worm 5 and CB17. That's it. Oxiometer badge in the index finger, in the starting till the end. After completion of the needles, it increases. But don't worry, if it is coming down, then increasing, then coming down, then increasing, okay, no problem. But today, because we have done this treatment yesterday, yesterday I started my meridian class very late. I started at 8:40 because I was giving treatment 8:20 to 8:40. I was giving treatment in the night. So I started meridian class a little late, near about 8:45 in the night. And today, I did not give any treatment. Maybe I will give in the night. Oxygen level is 94 since the morning. Even magnets are giving good results. Because magnet also, if you put the magnet, put it there for whole night, it will give good results. Yeah, you can CB17. We can apply in the Sujok CB17. Yeah, if I do moxa, if I could do moxa, then definitely the results would be better, more. The result would be excellent. And yesterday, if I was not giving this treatment, then today definitely the patient was on the second stage, might be second stage. On the second stage, like infection in the throat. C is diabetic. C has done angioplasty 20 years back. The lady, angioplasty has done. She has put the stent in the heart. She is diabetic patient. She is taking the medicine for high blood pressure. So what? Okay. So this is a very good protocol for nose block. Nose block. The CB17 point is good. It is very good point, CB17. CB17 point is also improving the energy. It is also improving the energy. Mudrikeshwari classes going on. Can we talk later? You are there? What? Yeah, so okay, no problem. No, right now Tatai's class is going on. So let me finish then. Okay, I will. Yeah. Okay. So now, so these are the two stages. The initial stage, if we are able to fight the bacteria, virus in this condition, because the tonsillitis was there. Even I remember in my childhood. In my childhood, every spring I was suffering with the tonsillitis. Every spring, tonsillitis. But luckily, everyone planned for the surgery. But luckily, because of some reason, they told, okay, no need until unless we required badly. Otherwise, tonsillectomy is very common. Tonsillectomy is very common, and tonsils are the policemen of buccal cavity. Tonsils are the our helping body. So tonsils are the policemen of buccal cavity, and they are fighting with the bacteria. So in this condition, now, sometimes what is happening? See, this is the body. This is the body. Always remember, any question? Yeah, definitely. LU for good. But what we see, we are putting urinary bladder 12, 13. They are working on lungs. We are also putting CV17, working on lungs. Triple boron 5, that is also the very good point for chest cavity. LU7 is the Leo connecting point of lung. Li4 also working for this front, the distal point of this part. So these points also improving our oxygen level. That is right that LU4, lung 4 is good, but these points are also very good. What we are doing? Yeah, this is a very good protocol for the sinus. This is the very good protocol for sinusitis. Yeah, we can treat the sinusitis. We can treat the tonsil stones. We can treat with the help of these points. Yeah, you can use the magnets. You can use the Sujuk points in the Sujuk. You can use in the Sujuk, not a problem. For the sinus, this protocol is excellent. This is the same protocol for the sinus. If you want to remove the excessive heat, then you have to remove the heat from the large intestine and from the stomach. We are going to discuss more pattern of the heat. Stomach 40 is a really very wonderful point for stopping the sputum, and shortly we are also going to add stomach 40 in our future protocols. Lung 9 sedation is required. Sedation of lung 9. CV17 sedation is required. When we do the moxa, we are removing the coldness. And when we do the bloodletting, we are removing the stagnation. We are removing the stagnation. Because see, even in the cold condition, the blood is freezing down, freezing and not flowing. So we do the bloodletting or we do the moxa. Okay, so now time is over. So it is not the auricular, it is just the free class on cough and cold. Now I am sending the link in the scalp group. Okay. For the scalp participants, I am sending the link in the scalp group. Okay. So closing the session now. Thank you so much.